I'm always so excited about vision. I'm always excited about, what God has for us, and for us to really pray about it and then put on those vision glasses. And I just love to put on these glasses, put on our glasses and just ask for us and the work that needs to be done, and how he's going to use us to bless someone else, and use our gifts and talents um, to bless someone else. And he wants us to allow them to continue to manifest. None of us have arrived. We aren't there yet. We're just on this train called life, and we are just so excited about the path where God is taking us. And we want to be on God's path. There's so many other paths that everybody's jerking us to be on this path, that path. But we want to be on that divine path, doing what thus saith Lord, and just be just so glad to be in the number, right? And I say all that to say that, we're going into our first 50 days of the new year. And, I always love, the scripture that talks about 2 Timothy 1:7, that talks about God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of a sound mind, right? And certainly with power, right? Love and self-discipline. And that's what we're going to need on this journey, and to know that God, through the Spirit, has already given it to us. So we are equipped. We are equipped and ready to go. And I'm very excited about that. So our theme for for this week, for the first 50 days, our theme for this week is lights, camera, action. Lights, camera, action. And that is because you are now shining the light on yourself, okay? And you are taking a picture of yourself achieving that goal. Put up pictures of what done looks like, what results will look like, what you would look like when you have achieved that goal. And also, putting the action into what you have to do. So that is what our theme is: lights, camera, action. So just when you go through the week and you're looking for some strength, just remember it's lights, camera, action this week. It's time for us. It's on. All right. It's on, and life is going by, and we want to make sure we're doing what we're supposed to be doing to achieve those goals, right? So as your coach, we're dealing with, I always say this, to people that I talk to, what we're dealing with, educated or people that are high achievers like yourself. It's not really about me teaching you new strategies or anything like that, because you already know you've achieved so many goals. But the reason why I'm here is to hold you accountable, so you don't fall into that 92% that, they set out to do something, say they're going to do it, but they don't do it. So I don't want you to fall in that group. I want you to be in that 8% of goal diggers and go getters, and use my skill set to keep you accountable so you can achieve those goals. And you have certainly taken the first step by just joining Goal Diggers tonight. So I have a question for you. And you can answer it or you can keep it to yourself. But how bad do you want what you're trying to do on a scale of 1 to 10? How bad do you want to achieve it? And I'm hoping that's a 10, that you really, 10 being the greatest, that you really want to achieve that goal. And what sacrifices are you willing to make to achieve that goal? And sometimes, we look at it like, oh, it's so hard, but there's going to be some sacrifice, and so I don't know, what sacrifices are you willing to make? Are you willing to make any means necessary sacrifices? Is that your attitude for achieving your goal? Any means necessary? That certainly get you there. Any means necessary. And that's just going those extra miles and doing those, going above and beyond the call of duty, because those are going to be the mindsets that's going to get us to that one thing that we've put off for just so long, So, as an exercise, if you got a pen and pad as an exercise tonight, because, we're going to work at this. We're going to work at this, and we're really going to put our mind where it needs to be. But write down three main things that you need to get done this year, no matter what. 3 main things that you need to get done this year. You don't have to tell me, but I want you to take a second and write them down, because I want you to write it down. I know you have it up here, but there's something about writing it down, So take a few minutes and write down 3 things that you must get done this year. Just go on and write them down. All right. So now that you've written down 3 things that you need to get done this year, or maybe there's something you need to finish, So write those 3 things down. Now choose one of those. Choose one to focus on for the next 50 days. Choose one of those to focus on for the next 50 days. Establish an area that you need put your attention to, okay? That one thing that you need to accomplish, or, the one thing that's going to move your life forward and put you on the path that you want to be on, the one that that God has ordained for you to be in. So pick out that one thing, and you can either share it or not share it, but this exercise is for you, okay? The exercise is for you.
Okay, I will share mine.
Okay, go ahead. Thank you.
To stay in good health.
Amen. And that's going to require some things I gather over the next 50 days. That's going to require some things for you to do, or continue to do, or maybe step up your game in some area, over the next 50 days. And that is so important. I can't say it enough, but health is wealth,
Yes.
We have to definitely, be accountable to our health, be accountable and know that our bodies are temples. So thank you for sharing that. All right. Well, let me share with you, what what I intend to do as a coach. This is what you'll get from me. And what I'm going to do over the next 50 days is to keep you accountable, because I'm an accountability coach. So I'm going to hold you to getting it done. There's going to be some days where you're not going to feel like doing it, but just because my presence is going to be either in the group or on Facebook, I'm going to, keep you accountable to meeting your deadlines and to achieve, the goal that you have set forth. So I'm going to hold you accountable. I'm also going to do something that I want anybody that's going to join to do a contract of commitment to yourself, that you will do what you said what you're going to do. And you're going to email me, and you're going to email that to 2020radicalgolddiggers@gmail.com. And I'm not going to share with anybody. It's just a contract of commitment. So you're committed and I'm committed to you, okay? And so you email me that contract of commitment of the goal that you are trying to achieve. Now, these are all types of goals, and I'm going to give you, for example, of types of goals that people normally would do this time of the year for the first 50 days. Some people are doing what we call a reboot. Okay. Some people are doing reboots because you started something, but you need to start it again. You need to take it off the shelf, if you will, or restart it or revive something that you were doing. So some people are doing reboots for the next 50 days. Some people are doing a renew. They're resuming something, after an interruption or reestablishing something. We like to renew our relationship with the Lord. We want to do this constantly, right? But there's time set aside over the year where we renew. So some people are renewing, okay? Some people are restoring, which is similar, bringing back or repairing something, some people are into a remix. Some people are into a remix. And I like to say that I'm into a remix, using what's worked and adding formulas to make it better. That's where I'm at. I'm into a remix so I can get the progress and the results. So out of the reboot, the renew, the restore, the remix, somewhere you fall in that category. If you want to work on your health, you slacked in some area. Well, that's a reboot because you know what you have to do. And now you're going to reboot those things. Or it could be a remix. You want to do more than what you've been doing. So you want to use working formulas to new formulas that you can get better results, of course, a whole lot faster. So, so that's what those contracts are going to be about, what you're doing, the type of goal that you have set forth for the next 50 days. And then, you're also going to get, of course, the weekly group sessions, surrounding yourself with other radical goal diggers, right? Like-minded people that are ambitious, people that can support you, and we know how powerful that's been over this past year. We know how powerful that's been. We've had our group, we've had our faithful members, and it has been quite helpful, to one another, and the fourth thing you'll get is 4 one-on-one sessions where you can, you and I will speak and go over what you're trying to do. We're going to go over your plan of action, and then I'll use my skill set to help you to make it the best that it can be so you can be successful, So 4 one-on-one sessions, and then, of course, with the group, I will put out there weekly things and daily coaching posts that that you might see, and it may jump you back into the spirit of go-getter. Let me go and do this. Those posts are there to prompt you back into action. The world is giving us so much static, but when you go into that group, those posts are there to jumpstart you in some kind of ways and put you back on track. So please like the post and leave a comment if you were somehow, touched by it in any way, shape, or form, because I really do appreciate when I can see you guys actually, engaging in those posts.